Okay, let's go on to the ox in the chart. And so this is about, it's going to be a good year for advisors. You only have one favorable star. Sorry, you only have one favorable energy working for you this year, but I believe it's a really good one, and it's about asking for help. It's about finding an advisor, and an advisor could mean anything. A financial advisor, a health coach. When I say advisors, coach, mentor, that kind of thing. So it could be, any time, like you're looking for a house, you need an advisor to help you find the right property for you, or an advisor to find the right financing for you, or you need relationship help. Ask somebody to help you get where you need to go for that, okay? So you also have, if you've been holding on to a grudge, it seems like this is coming up a lot this year, try to get over that as quickly as possible, because you can start turning your life around if you start really looking at really what is the root cause, what are you really holding on to, and why. Because you know what? For the years that I held on to the shipwreck guy, did he care? No. was it hurting him that I was hurting? No. So let go of it and just keep moving on, right? All right. So you have to watch your communication this year. We're talking about some of the unfavorable things. Is like maybe that offhanded joke that you think is so darn cute and funny. It might actually hurt somebody's feelings. So just really be careful about who you're talking to and how you're talking to and how they're reacting. You can kind of see right up front how they're taking things. So just watch on that. And then let's talk about the relationships. So I think it's going to be, as well as for the rats, it's going to be more about working on their self-improvement. So again, this is one that I would talk to you about for sure. And then the ox as well as the goat. I'm going to talk about these two animals together right now, and I'll talk again about the dogs. These two animals, by nature, do actually have a little bit of health issues by birth. It's just like if you were born with a dog, you're probably prone to illness and sickness and things like that. If you have one of those two animals or both of those animals in your chart, this year especially, I really want you to start looking at your age-related, gender-related screenings. Don't let anything go chronic, and take care of it as quickly as possible, because you do have this coming up for this year, as well as the dogs, so I do really want you to watch your health. So you guys, out of all the people, it's something that even if you do take care of your health, it may be like, oh, something is going to appear anyway, because it's kind of you were born with it, okay? And then as far as wealth this year, you're going to have to keep a little bit of tight rein on your finances. Watch out for an audit. So if you've got, your taxes in order and stuff, but just make sure that your bookkeeping and all of that is tight. So, there's a lot of bookkeepers and tax advisors and financial people out, here in the audience, so they can try to help you with that. And don't be pressured into getting something that you don't want or need, right? So budget, and then budget. So really watch that. All right, on the time blazer, and this is where it can help you, like make good decisions about your finances or going even to see the doctor and things like that. Don't wait for this month. If something comes up, you always need to look to get things taken care of right away. But the rat is the best friend. So those are right next to each other astrologically in the zodiac. And then the other animals that can help that are the rooster and the snakes. So if you, and by the way, these people can help you as well. That is a very important piece about it as well. So like if you have a rat in your chart and you know any of those animals that I just mentioned, you actually have a bit of a simpatico with those people, because energetically you kind of go to the flow together with those people. But what is not happy with the ox is the goat. So the goats are not really happy with that. And by the way, you might have some of those internal clashes. You may have one of those animals that I've mentioned that as a clash. You may have that within your chart. So you kind of know how should I put this? What some trying times can be, because you're living it. So, like this year, the clash animal is going to be the snake. If you have a snake and a pig in your chart, you've kind of lived with it all your life and you kind of get it. It's like, whatever. So then I already know what that is. But sometimes people don't understand, like, why is my life so tough? If you can figure out how to move with it, I'll talk about that in just a bit.
Well, hello there. My name is Bill Lopez. I'm actually the proud owner of Gallery 65 Sports with me and my wife. We're attending our first event from Kathleen. And what really brought us to this was that we know Kathleen from a business networking association called BNI. We actually attended a leadership training where I had a chance to actually spend time with her to talk about her program. Very fascinating, especially this whole concept of feng shui for the business. Now, I understand these for the home, but what really caught my attention is when she actually went to the auditorium that the presenters were going to be present at, and she actually mapped the facility. She literally came out, and I was watching as she actually went and literally aligned not only where she was going to position herself, but also to basically maximize the energy flow within that actual venue. So being kind of in that arena also, and looking at 2019 being a stellar year, both me and my wife kind of took a step back and said, let's be a part of this. And then we found out that not only do you get this feng shui portion of it, but you get a couple of other components, especially the time blazer, time management. And we did some research and found that this is something that is pretty serious, especially this year, allowing us to focus. So on top of that, making new network connections, following up with people we've worked with in the past, is something that we are so looking forward to. It is my wife's first venue. It's actually our first one where we collaborated together and actually attending jointly versus that old concept of dividing and conquering. So that's pretty much it. And so I'll stay tuned for the post show. Thank you.